Hi, my name is Tami Crawford, and I am the owner and creator of TLC Candle Co. TLC Candle Co. started as a basement business, and we started out of a need for a little TLC. Like many of you, I work full-time. I have 3 daughters, and I needed a little decompression at the end of the day, if you will. And for me, pouring candles, drinking some wine, listening to some music was my little me time. And so I would go to the basement for a little reprieve after I put my girls to bed and started pouring candles. And I would give them to friends and family, and they would start asking me where could they buy more. So that was how TLC Candle Co. was born. So TLC actually are my initials, and they just really fit with the candle brand, because who doesn't want a little tending, loving care at the end of their day, to light a candle, to spark some emotion, to maybe bring them back to a wonderful memory of being on vacation, a wonderful memory of walking into mom's house smelling pumpkin spice or by the fire, and just all the emotions that come back to you because of that one scent. I just felt like TLC was just the perfect name and the perfect reason to light a candle. We know that the memories just come flooding back when you light a candle and you have that certain scent that just sparks emotion. I love candles, absolutely love candles, and I would find myself buying them in bulk. And when it came to unwinding at the end of the day, I found myself lighting candles. But not always was a candle exactly what I wanted. Sometimes it left too much soot, sometimes it didn't last as long as I thought it should. And so we started TLC candles, and we used 100% soy. We used the most pure fragrance oil that we can possibly find, and our candles burn incredibly clean. And with that was born TLC Candle Co. because you can use the candle every day in your home, and you can find that little me time or that TLC that gives back to you at the end of the day. When choosing a candle, you want to choose a candle that's right for you. There is not one candle that's right for everyone, but you want to create a space in your home that gives back to you. And so, for example, I travel a lot, and I stay in hotels that often smell like white tea. And to me, when I come back from a long day out and about, and I come back to the hotel and it smells like white tea, to me that is comforting, and I'm in a safe place, and it's in a place where I can decompress. And so often in my office, I will burn white tea, because to me it just means that I'm home and I'm in a safe place. Another scent I love is seaside. Just reminds me of my girls running around on the beach and their toes in the sand. That sparks emotion in me and takes me there. And so when you're picking something for your home, think about the space and how you're using the space. Is it a bubble bath? Is it an office? Is it a kitchen? And pick the right fragrance that's going to give you that emotion that you're desiring in your space. You know, I'm often asked what my favorite fragrance is, or how do I create that perfect space in my home for a little me time. And it's different. It's different every day, because I may be trying to create that emotion differently. I love all the fragrances in our library. I'll talk to you a little bit about the holiday fragrance lineup. When we're talking about Thanksgiving or fall, I love Harvest and I love By the Fire, because it is just so cozy. Harvest is really that true pumpkin pie feeling. Every ingredient that you think about making a pumpkin pie, it's all in there. And I absolutely love it, because for me, it smells like my mom's house. And it's a very comforting scent. Gatherings can be used in the fall, but also in the winter, because it is pomegranate and cider. But gatherings for me, it's about bringing family or friends together around your table and gathering, whether it be for a Thanksgiving holiday or for a Christmas holiday. It's just so warm and inviting. We have 2 fragrances that are absolutely delightful for the holidays. The first is By the Fire. What would you do by the fire that kind of creates that little me time for you? Is it drink a glass of wine by the fire? Is it play a board game with your kids by the fire? Is it snuggle with your loved one by the fire? And so you'll see some of that pull through of how do you create a little me time for you, and some of those names will really pull that through for you. But By the Fire is your pine and fir with a little bit of smoke, and so also a very coming home for the holiday type of smell. And then Woodland Chateau is just simply amazing. and we think about what would you do on a winter vacation? Maybe go to a winter chateau, maybe crawl up by the fire with a blanket and loved ones and your family. And that is also a pine scent, but with a little bit more citrus to it. And it's just beautiful. All of our fragrances really lend itself to just creating an emotion in a space that you just want to be in. Our candles are really designed to be a wonderful hostess gift. We not only design the most pure 100% soy candle that we can possibly design, but we also want to make sure that the packaging means something as well. And so the one thing you will notice is it's not only what's in the inside, but it's also what's on the outside that really counts. And you will notice the vintage tin that each 11-ounce TLC Candle Co. candle is presented. When you're picking a fragrance to give to a friend as a hostess gift, I always lean towards something that's very neutral. Our #1 selling candle is Amber Noir, and that's a candle that I really move towards when I pick a gift. As you can see, our packaging is stunning. We have worked very hard on making sure this is a very giftable product. And we know that sustainability is incredibly important. In fact, in 2020, New York Now honored us with a Sustainability Product of the Year. And that's because we're working really hard to have the most clean product as well as a very beautiful giftable product that's sustainable. And I think the statistic is somewhere around 70 to 80% of all tin is still in use today. So once the product has been used, we really encourage you to reuse the tin. And I'll tell you the inspiration from the tin. I was sitting at my desk one day and I had an empty tea tin on my desk to remind me to reorder my hot tea. And I just so happened to have an 11-ounce candle, and I had this tin sitting on my desk, and I dropped the 11-ounce vessel into the tin, and I was like, oh my gosh, this fits and it's so perfect. So I picked up the phone and I called that company and I said, hey, I love your tin. Where are you sourcing them? They were delightful. They helped me so much, and that's really where the idea of the tin is born. And I love it because it's so me. And then if you look at the packaging, every side tells a little bit of a story behind the branding and why TLC Candle has come to be. And you know, I'll joke with my friends sometimes and I say, my design ideas are so eclectic. And I love very luxurious things and chandeliers. And I also love shiplappy things and repurposed things, and it kind of doesn't really fit together. And you know, one of my girlfriends said, decorating is your personality and decorate how you see things. And that's a little bit too, is you'll see on one side there's a chandelier and it says a little me time. And that is my personality, is I love luxury and I love a little me time. And maybe the tin lends itself to a little bit more shiplappy. So it's kind of the marriage of my decor ideas.